Good morning, Flosstube friends. It is Friday, April 19th, and I am popping in because I have missed you, and I do have some things to show you, but it will be a quick video today. It is video 101. I am blown away that last time I posted it was 100th video. Amazing. Time flies faster and faster. If you're anywhere near my age, you understand what I'm saying. Since I saw you last, I have had a birthday. And you know, at my age, you either celebrate big and get excited about those big numbers, or you just ignore. This year, well, every year I think I embrace the new age, but this year my kiddos went above and beyond, as did my husband, to celebrate with me, and it was a very precious time. Now that all the celebration is over, I've kind of hit a slump and I lost my stitchy bug. So if you all have any hints about getting that stitchy bug back, I will be grateful. But when I show you my gift from one of my daughters, you will understand that it should come back very soon. I didn't really do any special stitching challenges for my birthday. Last year I had done 6 new starts for turning 66, but life was just too busy. I did have a pre-birthday start, and I will be showing you that today because it is a finish. And then the rest of what I will show you will be whips that I have pulled to work on during some travel time that we have coming up in the next couple of months. So maybe I will update you as I get some more finishes, or definitely as I get some progress. I'm just really hoping that stitchy bug comes back this weekend. So my week before birthday, which was actually Holy Week, and that was why I started this, which is also my finish, is Teresa Koget's generous, beautiful, free Easter chart, He Loves Us. And I'm not sure, I know I talked about dyeing some fabric for this project because I was so excited that I had been able to tea dye, and it is a 28 count even weave. But there is my finish. I had thought I would finish it in a hoop, but my husband loves it so much he wants to put it in a frame. So we will decide about that. But those Easter lilies are so gorgeous. And then, of course, the sentiment, oh, how He loves us. So a beautiful Holy Week stitch. I don't think it will be a seasonal display. I think we'll leave it up all the time. But thank you, Teresa, for that gorgeous design. This was a lot of fun to stitch. I had a little trouble with some of the shading in the Easter lilies, but it didn't take much frocking to make those happen. My table is so full, I've got to figure out where to put things. Okay, that's the only finish I have. Let's see, I do have a new start, which my dear friend Mary told me about, this Etsy shop, so I'll go ahead and show you that one. It is called Sweet Wing Studio, and this one is called Spring Doxology. She actually had a sale, and so I was able to download a couple of patterns. I think they were 50% off, but it is Sweet Wing Studio. You can just go to her website, www.sweetwingstudio.com. Let me show you that up close in case you want to do that. So I had to start this one on that same fabric, and I have a very small start. I'm just using floss that I have chosen along with some of her suggestions. I'm not even sure what this purple is, friends. It was just one that was in a drawer unlabeled. My husband found it, and it's more beautiful purple than that showing up. Then I had, oh my goodness, what is this blue? It is it's one of the over dyes. It's either Gentle Art or Weeks Dye Works. Next time I show you this, I'll tell you. And I just wanted to try it. I don't know how I feel about that variegated bird, but he definitely needs an eye and a beak, and there will be another one of him, of course, over here. I think the rest of the colors I will use what is specified in the pattern, but just such a sweet pattern, and that will be long. So while we're here, let's address the beautiful Nerge hoop. One of my daughters asked me if I had anything on my wish list, and I just told her I wanted to try these hoops. Well, I sent her the link because I thought I wanted all big ones, and so I sent her that, and she sent it so sweetly. But when they all got here, that's a lot of big hoops. I'm about to show you how big because I'm about to show you another pattern. So we were able to return the huge ones and choose a set that had the variegated sizes, from teeny tiny to this giant one, which I'm about to show you. But I'm really, really enjoying these. If you have not tried them, I recommend them. They fit into my lap stand just fine. They're not too heavy to hold. I have held the one for the little Spring Doxology in my hand, and I think it will be a good travel hoop. I think the secret that is so cool is the way they tighten, plus the fact that they have the groove that holds it in tightly. So recommending Nerge without any endorsement. I'm just saying they're very pretty. Helpful, not pretty, helpful. Okay, then I worked a little bit. Losing my stitchy bug did not help me, but on my beautiful Rachel Sherd, 1900, aged 82. This is Hands Across the Sea. And if you remember, I had gotten the green border to meet, and I was thrilled about that. And I had filled in a few of the red flowers. Well, I wanted to get this motif finished. I was just going to work straight across with all those motifs. Guys, there are two greens in this pattern. I pulled the wrong green. And not only did I pull the wrong green, but I mixed the two greens without even realizing it. So last night I ripped everything out except the red flower and put in the appropriate green. It was weird looking. So hopefully I can move across here and then do some more work on my border, because this, please forgive my needles and thread here. This will be kind of what the border will look like. The red flower and the little leaves, and then another red flower and all those little leaves. So hopefully I'll get in a rhythm for those. Since this is a quick video, I do not have any fabrics to share, although this is a beautiful linen. If you need to know, feel free to message me. Okay, to take on our various travel adventures, I have pulled Jardin Privé. This is one of the History of Sheep pieces. I had finished one of these in a Sal with Natalie, Home Sweet Home Handmade, and decided I needed to do another one. So I ordered the Vintage Country Mocha to stitch it on, and I believe this is maybe 28 count. Again, forgive me for not giving you any fabrics today, but it is definitely with the called for DMC. And again, we have a needle and thread, which I know drives some people absolutely crazy. But here we go. Oops. Nah. All right, there we are. Sheep frolicking, and there will be more sheep. So I finished the alphabet, the house, the two trees, the little grassy area by the house, the fence, one sheep, and now we'll go behind that first sheep and fill in a couple more and then fill in the border. I think this could be a very easy one to finish. And then I think if I get all four done, I will just frame them in small frames for my little front bedroom, guest bedroom, craft room. So that is Jardin Privé. I really like that one a lot. and have had a lot of fun with it. Okay, I just dropped it. Excuse me. All right. Now this one, I have a question. I wanted to pull out an oldie to get it started because I had fabric left that I had tea dyed, and I pulled out the beautiful Prayer of St. Francis by Lizzie Kate. This is old. I bought it many years ago, but it is a simple stitch of the Prayer of St. Francis. I love the one that Katie Carney is doing from My Big Toe, but I cannot do another giant My Big Toe right now. I had done the Apostles' Creed, which I treasure, but I wanted a smaller Apostles' Creed. So here is my question for you all who have stitched a long time, and especially those who have stitched a lot of Lizzie Kate. I am not at all happy with the floss colors. That's all I have right now. Let me see if you can even see. The word hope is in brown, and that little border across the bottom is, I don't know what that is. They're all DMC. If you have done a conversion of that piece or any Lizzie Kate piece, and you are willing to share your floss upgrades, please let me know, because I put this aside. It just seemed blah. And I know that the words are supposed to be neutral. And then there are a lot of small, let me see if I can find that, small objects to fill in. Can you see those? But I don't know, people. I'm not confident about doing my own colors. I'll say that. So if you have done this piece in a different colorway, please let me know, because I want to pull it back out. It definitely will not be traveling with me unless I get those flosses changed, because I'm not thrilled. But it's my last bit of the tea-dyed fabric, and I think that's a good choice. I don't really know which direction to go. Some of you are experts in that. Okay, then you will remember that this one was definitely supposed to be a focus for a finish. Lifted Spirit, which is also, I believe, still on Etsy. And this pattern is called Keeps My Way Secure. I love this life verse. And this just needs to be finished. And the only reason it isn't is because I jumped to something else. So let me show you where I am. And I would love for this one to move into finish. I think it will travel with us. Sorry guys, I'm struggling with my board. So the whole bottom of the wreath is finished. The words are finished. And I had started the wreath up at the top. These are all her called for DMC. This is stitched on a white even weave that was gifted to me. So I'm not sure what it is, but it's fun to stitch on. So if I can just get the right green for the right leaves, this could be a finish. I need to exercise self-discipline here. These would be so nice to hang up and enjoy. So, you know, the stitcher who sees the new thing or starts the new thing and the old ones languish. So focus. That's why. If my stitchy bug comes back, I want to focus. All right, now everything else I'm maybe taking, oh no, here's one more. Forgive me. There's one more. Where is, okay, sorry. I did a whole video on cobweb creations in Scotland, but this is one of their kits that my husband ordered for me that is, I think, my favorite. It is from the Garden of Monet outside Paris. I'm not going to try to pronounce the town in which his home is located, but this will be a perfect travel piece. It uses anchor floss and Madeira, and it is done on a 14 or 16 count, I believe that's a 14, fiddler's cloth Ada, and this is what I've done so far. So I would love to get some work in on this. I think the border would be mindless. I actually worked a little bit on the words up here at the top the other night. I did roses and that little motif. So I think I started the tree here. This would be such an easy stitch, and I love stitching on Ada or even weave when I'm either in the car or on a plane. It's easier for me to see and handle when I don't have my best light. So I would love to work on that one as well. We are going too long here. I told you, short video, we're at 15 minutes, but at least we're getting these out there, right? So what I need to think about is, do I want to get the fabric for some more favorite patterns while I'm away? There is a chance of going to Barefoot Needle Arts, which is a shop in Surfside, South Carolina. I've been there before. They have really gorgeous fabrics. So I may take these with me. I don't need to buy another piece of fabric or another pattern, but I own these patterns. So maybe I will do this. The first is Spring at Hawthorne Hollow, which again I've wanted to start for years and years, but as you know, these are massive projects, and of course the fabric's going to have to be a big cut for me to use a long narrow piece. But I might do that. The linen they used is Norden Crafts, but it doesn't give a color. And then you can either use NPS or DMC. I would definitely use the DMC. Anyway, that's one. Then another is my gorgeous, the only Reflet de Soie pattern I have bought, although I love them all. And this is the blue one. I've seen it finished on Instagram. Oh my word. And I had taken it to get fabric for when we went to Shepherd's Needle in Arkansas. And then I was going to get the Soie d'Alger. And there were so many skeins required that I kind of chickened out. So I need to just use the DMC and get a gorgeous fabric. I think this would be a peaceful, rewarding stitch, although it is huge. I will definitely do it on a smaller count, I think. So that's another one I'd like to have some fabric for. And the last one, this is from, I believe, last year's Needlework Market, another Teresa Kogut, and there are two in here I really want to do. So I guess I need to do them with the same fabric. The first is this cover, Let Love Reign. So many people are working on this. I even saw a Flosstuber who had done a conversion. I don't think I would do a conversion. Let me try to show you the picture without showing you another pattern. So that is this huge, beautiful sampler. And then the other is, if you want to change the world, go home and love your family. I really want to get this one started. Excuse me. I could do these colors. They would fit into our space beautifully. Look at this puppy. There's Lucy running. I definitely don't have a cat, but we do in our neighborhood. Sweet. Oh my goodness, we love Teresa Kogut. So that would be two that I'd like to also be ready to stitch. And I will take on one of the trips this beautiful Amazing Grace, which I did stitch back before Christmas for my physician. But in here I have the fabric that I had used, and there is enough. So I can make it again. This is a beautiful, I want to say that's 40 count linen, but it may be 36. And I had pulled floss for that. So if I could pull some more of 152 and 3011, I think I could do that one easily. I need to remember to pull 3011 and whatever. That one is the sweetest stitch, and I want one for myself. Okay, guys, a few birthday happies to show and a book, and we will be finished. We're almost at 20 minutes. Ski. One of my daughters sent the sweetest personal package for me, and this is the one that I'm walking around with almost every day. Have you ever? This is it has a lid and a straw covered, lovely tumbler, but Peter Rabbit It's been my favorite forever. We had her nursery done in Peter Rabbit. Love the colors. And guys, it's a really quality tumbler, although it's not one of those name brands. I don't know who made this, but it is just beautifully made. And of course painted, so you hand wash it. So I just love this. Thank you to that sweet daughter. Then I told you about the Nurge hoops. Another daughter brought Lucy a t-shirt. And if you know anything about Texas, there is a very famous gas station, convenience store, food seller called Buc-ee's. They're expanding all over the country. And so this is Peace, Love, Buc-ee's. And of course it's Paw, Peace. We put it on her last night and she was the cutest thing. I'll try to put a picture on Instagram. I mean, really. And then the same daughter brought me this adorable one, which is not from Buc-ee's. I mean, can you believe? Just the sweetest. Then, guys, 2 of our sons entertained us, took us to places we would never go ourselves. We had the most amazing meals. I feel so spoiled and so loved and so blessed to have adult sons who care that much for their parents and want to spend time with them. So I am blessed. And that is a good reason to get older, right? The book I want to show you was brought to us to read from the library by our art history art teacher daughter. If you're familiar at all with art museums in Boston, Massachusetts, you will have heard of the Isabella Stewart Gardner home, which is an art museum. And this is a children's book about her life. And it is relatively new, I think. What Isabella wanted. She was a character, and it tells all about that. I'll show you a couple of the illustrations. Her home is amazing if you ever have a chance to go. This is one of the rooms. She worked very closely with John Singer Sargent, and he had painted portraits. Was there more than one portrait of her or just one? I'll read the book again and I'll be able to tell you, but just so informative and such a precious way to teach children about art history in a fun, engaging way. So what Isabella wanted. Isabella Stewart Gardner builds a museum. Anyone going to Boston or living near there, go. It's definitely worth it. Some amazing art all over the home. Okay, guys, have a wonderful weekend. I'm so thrilled to say hello today. I had not planned to do this video until I got all this stuff out and thought, oh my goodness, we need to check in. So let me know if you have a conversion for St. Francis, Prayer of St. Francis. Let me know what you're working on and root me on that I can get some small finishes so that I can have more time for my big projects. And I will also be sure to show you if I do decide to purchase some fabric to add to my stash for these patterns. Goodness, I love our hobby. I think life has just been too crazy lately for me to calm down enough to sit down. You know, I don't know, people. Sometimes I think the older I get, the more hopeless I am about making good decisions. But I know I'll get back to it, especially when I'm in the car or on a plane, hopefully. Sending love from chilly and overcast Texas today. And I hope we can make an appearance for Miss Lucy next time. She's over there somewhere just hanging out. But she's doing well and will be well cared for by one of the daughters while we go at least on one of these trips. So that is a huge blessing. She prefers family care to being boarded. Take care. I hope to see you soon. Bye.